Welcome back to Music City Model Works. We'll do a quick update on the Chevy Cheeseburger tribute build and talk about a couple other things. First off, on the build, I really don't have a lot to show you. Haven't done a whole lot. Got sick about a couple of weeks ago now. It was on a Sunday, actually. I was watching some of the Chevy Cheeseburger 48-hour builds and started to get a little stopped up in my head and scratchy throat, sneezing a little bit, and that's generally a pretty good sign that I'm going to have a cold or worse. And so the next morning I woke up, I didn't feel much worse, it just sneezing and like I said, the stopped up head and all. So couple 3 days it kind of ran its course, but in that 2 or 3 day time, my wife got sick as well, and when she gets it, it's much worse generally. And not to mention the fact that I got blamed for her getting it, that I gave it to her, so and that's probably the case. So but at any rate, so she figured, I guess, that it was much better to give than to receive, and she gave it back to me. She did a pay it forward in reverse, I guess. So I wound up with it again, and this time, the second go around with it was worse. I not only had the stopped up head and the sneezing and the sore throat, I had body aches, threw up a time or two, ran a little low grade fever with it. Head's still not completely unstopped, but it's a lot better than it was, and I just haven't felt like sitting down at the bench and doing anything. So I'll show you what I do have. I got I do have the motor built, pretty much, except for putting the air cleaner on and my distributor, which is wired and ready to be installed, and then I will run my plug wires. Just nothing fancy, just pretty much a stock color. It's painted with the Model Master Acryl Chevy engine red, airbrushed and then cleared with the gloss polyurethane that I use to kind of give it a little bit of a shine. The carburetor is a VCG resin Dominator, Holley Dominator carburetor that I got from Chip, actually, Chevy Cheeseburger, in extreme scale details. Painted with this color of Anita's metallic titanium gold. Mixed that up, thinned it down a little bit. Mixed just a drop of metallic silver in with it to kind of take some of the goldish out of it. But this color gold, I think, is the best color out there for that look that you try to achieve with carburetors. It's kind of that burnt metal look for carburetors and for actually for brake boosters as well. So that's what the carburetor's painted with. The headers are painted with, or the headers, not the headers, but the exhaust manifold rather, are painted a mix of titanium, of aluminum, Ceramcoat aluminum and metallic silver. This Ceramcoat aluminum is a color that I actually had to order from the parent company, Plaid, P-L-A-I-D. Their website's plaid.com. For those of you who are using craft acrylics, you might want to take a look at it. They have Hobby Lobby doesn't carry this color, Michaels doesn't carry it, Joann's doesn't carry it. Hobby Lobby carries everything else but that. They carry metallic silver, platinum, sterling silver, all the metallic silver and grays other than aluminum. So I had to order. I went ahead and ordered four bottles of the aluminum. It's kind of a steel. It's actually kind of a steel color. I don't have enough, I don't think, in the bottle to bring it up all the way. Well, maybe I do. It's kind of a steel color more than actually aluminum, so. But it's a good base you can use to mix with a lighter color silver to get your aluminums, and you can play around with it and get all kinds of different tints and tones of metals that you would like. So that's what the exhaust manifolds are painted. Oil filters just pure orange, Folk-Art pure orange metallic. Starters Ceramcoat black with a gloss polyurethane clear over it. Fuel pump and pulleys, alternator are metallic silver and platinum mixed, and a satin polyurethane coating over them. And the transmission is a metallic silver brush pen. I particularly like this color, and I've handled it so much I'm going to have to go back and touch it up. I've worn off some of the ink off of it, so I'm going to have to go back, or the paint rather, and redo it. So, and I'm going to have to make a bracket for my alternator, and that's another thing. That just bothers me to no end. I don't know about you guys, but Revell, AMT, hey guys, Round 2, whoever. When you go to do a repop or whatever, and you retool or whatever you do, man, make a damn alternator bracket. I mean, it's not like it's that difficult. Just make an alternator bracket. A couple of the last couple of kits that I've noticed they are starting to put alternator brackets in there, and I guess I will take one of those. I've got an extra kit of the Impala. I'm going to take, and I'm going to cut me one out of flat stock and use to make one for this one here. But man, it's not that difficult. Just make it and put it in there. I mean, there's nothing that looks more stupid than an alternator on the end of a belt sitting in midair. I mean, that is so ridiculous looking. So anyway, I got to do that, and I have my spark, my plug wires, and distributor ready to go. All I have to do is install that and run my plug wires, and I already have my holes drilled for that. I also have you won't be able to see it, but I'll point to it. Anyway, I have 2 holes drilled, a hole drilled in the manifold, and a hole drilled in the water pump for heater hoses, and then there is another hose on the 396 off my reference pics that there's a hole drilled in the manifold here, and there's a little hose that goes in the top of the water pump feeds the manifold from. It's a little bitty short hose, so I'm going to try to replicate that. So I've got those holes drilled and ready to go. So I have my exhaust ready. Just simple mix of metallic silver and aluminum. The mufflers, you probably may not be able to tell it, but I went a little heavier on the mix for the aluminum. I mean for the mufflers, giving them just a little darker look. And I have the frame and subframe is all one piece, so I have that done in a gloss black. Well, actually, just a black with a mixed with the gloss black polyurethane and washer fluid, and then airbrushed, and then cleared with with gloss polyurethane. I wanted this underside of this car to be a little more glossy, and not the satin that I usually do. And then here is the gas tank is painted with the Ceramcoat aluminum. I think I put that in straight, shot it straight, so that you can kind of see what it looks like sprayed straight. So that's where we're at with that. And then I just brush this black just to cover it up, and then the front part is from about right here up is black with gloss polyurethane, and then clear coated with the gloss poly to seal it up. So that's where we're at with the Chevelle. The other thing is I just surpassed 200 subscribers. I think I got like I looked yesterday, 204, 205, something like that. I want to tell you guys I really, really appreciate each and every one of you who have subscribed to me. You know, I'll probably be echoing everyone that has said anything when they get to their milestones of subscribers that, you know, I never expected to have more than 25 or 30. Certainly never thought any more than probably 50 people would give a damn about sitting and listening to me talk, or be interested in what I have to show, or what I'm building or whatever. And I certainly do appreciate it. You know, you guys are kind of what I guess makes all of us do what we do, as far as making these videos and you know, sharing what we do, and you know, sharing the things that we do well, and our triumphs and our failures, and you know, and I think, you know, other people will say, you know, it's a community, and we all kind of feel for one another when a good paint job goes south, and you know, we celebrate, and we encourage each other, and we lift each other up when, you know, when things don't always go the way that we want them to go. And then like I said, on the flip side of that, we celebrate with each other when we do a triumphant build, and what $1 million paint job comes out looking great, and we're successful into, you know, creating what we see in our minds, and it actually comes to fruition, you know, on the workbench. So once again, I appreciate all the subscribers, and you know anybody else that's bored to death and don't have anything else to do, you know, send them my way. I'll be glad to bore them with conversation and what I'm doing here at the Model Works. So and lastly, I wanted to kind of show you just what I want to be doing down the road a little bit. First of all, kind of getting off the beaten path of what I'm used to doing, and I don't know how much. I may have to back up a little bit. Yeah. A while back, I was at Hobby Lobby with my wife, and I was noticing the Revell B29 Super Fortress, huge kit. It's like 3 feet wide wingspan, huge airplane. And I'm a big World War II buff. I've never been a military builder. I've never even put a tank together. So I have built a plane or two when I was a lot younger. But I was just looking at the Super Fortress, and I thought, man, that is so cool. That would be so neat to build. And you know, this guy had like a little map room inside, and you know, planting tables and little figures that went with it. And I thought, man, that is neat. And I told my wife, you know, I need to build an airplane. You know, I need to do something different. I don't do figures at all, so that's out. And I told her, I said, you know, I need to do an airplane. So she took me at my word, and a few days later, maybe a couple of weeks later, she brought this home and handed it to me and said, well, there's you something to try. So I'm going to try to build this FA-18E Super Hornet by Revell, 1/48 scale. I'll be doing that down the road. I don't know when, but I'm going to try it. I told her I would build it and give it my best shot. So it may come out looking like something the Wright brothers first put together, but I'll maybe calling on some of you military builders to give me a few tips and pointers as I do my updates. Feel free to tell me, well, you're a dumbass, that doesn't look right. So, you know, whatever you I'll take it to heart and do the best I can with it. So the MC Model Works will be building and going off into their first airplane builds in quite a few years. So my next actual car build will probably be this one, the 70 Dodge Challenger TA. my little stepson bought this for me for Christmas, and he's kind of been chomping at the bit to see it built, and he wants me to build this one stock, factory stock. He said, I want you to build this one like it would have been built when you were growing up, or what it would look like when you were growing up, brand new. And so I've got my reference material together, and talked to my pal Chris, Classic Plastic, a little bit, trying to give me some of the exact details of what it would look like factory stock, and what to do and what not to do as far as paint colors and this, that, and the other. So, and I kind of know most of it, but when it gets down to the fine detail, I'm going to try to get it as close as I can. I'm not going to do some of the things. It just gets down to too much detail, but I'm going to try this one. This will be my next build probably after this Chevy Cheeseburger build. So, move on to the next one. I'm going to be doing another funny car here in the next couple of months or so. This is the Candies and Hues Polar Lights Barracuda funny car. Never actually got to see this car live when I was a kid, big drag racing fan. And this will be my first Polar Lights kit. I've never built a Polar Lights funny car kit, so I'll be building it just like it is, as the Candies and Hues car. So that's something I'll be looking forward to. One of my probably bigger projects that I'll be doing, and I've kind of got it laid out in my head. There's be some things I'm sure that I will change between now and then, but I'll be building this as a pro mod, but not this pro mod. So it will not be the Jukebox Ford. I'll be using the Jukebox Ford as the platform for it, but it will not look like this. I have some ideas in mind, and this will probably be it will be highly detailed, hopefully, and this will probably be take quite a while to complete. So that'll be coming down the road. And the last one I'll touch on today is the Rebel 48 Ford Coupe, which will not really sure what I'm going to do with this. I do know that I'm going to try a kind of a different paint technique, something completely different than what I've done so far. I'll have to play around and see, first of all, if I can make it work. I don't want to ruin this kit, or this body at least. So I'll be doing that, and this will strictly be a custom show car, completely show car. There will not be any weathering on it. It will all be strictly all shine and glitz and glitter and that kind of thing. Well, not glitter in the true sense of the word, but it will be a spit shine type of build. So I'll be looking forward to doing that. So that's kind of what got coming down the road, along with some other things. I'd like to build a tractor, a semi-tractor. I don't know if I'll get to do that this year or not, with some of the other things I want to do. I also have a Plymouth Superbird that I've got some plans for that. I don't know what I did with the kit, and I didn't want to dig it out. So, but anyway, that's kind of where we're going. Thanks again for all my subscribers. Hey, it's great, you guys. As long as you keep subscribing, I'll keep building. Keep shooting these videos. I'm going to keep building anyway, but I'll keep shooting the videos, and you guys are turning out some great videos and some great projects. So keep building, and until I talk to you next time, take care of one another, and may God bless. Talk to you later.